Alrighty. Well, we're live much later than usual, but we're here. I was helping out a buddy fix up his PC a little bit, and the call went a little longer than expected. That's okay. We get some water while people join in. Oh, I'm almost out of water in my office. I need to fill up the bottles. You sent me a Discord chat? Did you? I must not have seen it. When did you send me a Discord chat? Oh, try to send me another one. What up, Lunar? How we doing? Mohammed, thank you for coming in. Hello, hello. Oh, it's under Spycrafts. Okay. Well, send me another one if I left you on red or something. Sorry. All right. We got a great build today. We're gonna have to kind of burn through it because we're starting so late, and I would like to get home at some point tonight to eat dinner. So let's talk about the build. We got a 9800X 3D, undisputably best gaming CPU on the planet right now. Got a 1 terabyte SSD, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, a white 5070 Ti, a white B850 motherboard, a white power supply, you guys are probably getting the theme here, and a white Thermalright AIO. Got some fans here. These are the Montech AX120 fans. We're gonna replace the fans that come with this Thermalright AIO, so that those match all of the fans in the Montech King 95 Pro case. It's gonna be sweet. Doing good, Lunar? Glad to hear that, man. All right, y'all. Let's just get right into it. It's time to build, okay? It's time to build a PC. It's already 6 o'clock. Normally I'm done with my build by now, or close to it, so we gotta get on it. What's everybody up to tonight? All right, let's switch to that. You guys are already there. It's the Montech King 95 Pro in white. That's the case we're using today. Yeah, this is a sexy looking PC, and that case is freaking awesome. Yo, what up, Dean? How we doing? It's a late start for me tonight. Send someone my way for a PC, let's go, thank you. Always appreciate all the referrals, because that's how we get our business. We don't advertise, none of that crazy stuff. We just make cool content, and we get referrals. Alrighty, there we go. Gonna attempt to play a Warzone while listening to you build. Let's go. You might get distracted from your Warzone game. Are you the only one on Kick? Maybe. Tony Ben, how we doing? Yeah, Kick's been a little quiet lately. I think I had some time like where I wasn't streaming for a little while, and I feel like Kick just like died off for me. I don't know. Got your first gaming PC all white build with the Antec CX200. Ooh, I like Antec's cases. They're very reasonably priced. All right, 9800X3D. Boom, it's in there. All right, let's get our 1 terabyte SSD in here. How does this switch work? Oh, it's a lever. That's cool. I like that. Dude, Mark, this build is gonna look really good. I'm not gonna lie. I might be biased, but I think it's gonna look sick. Have you played anything on it yet, Mohammed? Your son purchased the same chip? Dude, it's a great CPU. It is a great CPU. Okay, got that in there. I love that. Can you OC an AMD processor with a B series motherboard? Yes, you can. AMD doesn't have the same sort of restrictions that Intel has on those. And you can OC it directly from the BIOS, or you can OC it using the AMD Adrenalin tool. Although I don't know that I would recommend using the Adrenalin tool. Yeah, you're welcome. You built another PC replacing his old one, another white build. Ooh, nice. What GPU is he putting in it? Okay, got those open. Okay, we want the CPU and AIO off. All right, there we go. That's all in there. Let's get the mounting for our CPU cooler in here. Some Cyberpunk, nice. How's it running on that brand new PC? 9070 XT, love it. All AMD. Team Red all the way. Okay, we don't need this right now. Alrighty. I feel like I remember these needing to go towards the CPU, but let's just double check. Yep, towards the CPU. Cool. The new Nvidia cards. I mean, some of the new Nvidia cards have definitely had some problems, and they're definitely a bit overpriced, but they're good cards. Bro, just stay. Not showing the other stuff he's holding back on you. Yo, what up, Zach? How we doing? I'm doing pretty good. Spent the last, couple hours helping a buddy out with his PC. Come on. So that's why we're starting so late. I wasn't expecting it to take that long. That's okay, we got it all figured out. Doing good. Love to hear that. He was just like, it was slowing way down on him. He was like, it originally had been his gaming PC, and so it was like overclocked and stuff. And so we just like reinstalled, or we updated his BIOS and reinstalled Windows on it and just gave him like a clean slate because it's his streaming PC now. So yeah, nothing crazy, just, you know, real basic stuff. All right. Ooh. Here is our case for today. The Montech King 95 Pro. Is that a PS4? No. Much more powerful than a PS4, that's for sure. What up, Zachary? How we doing? Guess who's back? Back again. JDM, how we doing? Welcome in. Okay, those are all nice and lined up. Get our accessory box out here. Has all of our bolts in it. Camellia, how we doing? I don't know enough about gaming consoles to be able to make a video like that, unfortunately. AIO, it comes with its own AIO screws? That's kind of cool. I work on PCs. So unless somebody sent me a broken console for me to work on, I don't really have any ability to do that. Yeah, they're really not anymore. ASRock makes really good stuff nowadays. We're the same age, so. Yeah, I mean, they're made by the same people who make Asus too. So they actually make really good quality stuff these days. The all-white PC is gonna look so clean. I know, right, Nick? Your performance over my 3070 has doubled. What do you have now? Recently upgraded to a 5070 Ti. Oh yeah, I bet that's a great upgrade. Rytech, what's up? Games with your favorite duo after the build? Oh gosh, it's already 6 o'clock, man. We'll see, we'll see. I might get yelled at. Maybe just a couple games. Looks like my build, but I went for AMD for your GPU. Nice. Dude, AMD's new GPUs, man. Come on. Don't cross-thread on me. There we go. Dude, AMD's new GPUs are awesome. Is B850 still the best budget GPU with the 7600X? I would say so. I'm in the middle of filming a video on that exact question though, so Stay tuned. It's a nice looking build. Yeah, right? Baby's happy to have a legend like you around. Yes, sir. Nice case. You busted PS4, won't let me get it to log in, turns on, just stays black screen. Oh shoot. Did you like drop it or something? I have not built in the Air 1000 Lite from Montech. I've only built in a handful of Montech cases, like mostly just the King 95 Pro. I've used a couple of their other cases, but not much of their lineup. PC's looking clean so far, right? Dude, all white builds just look so good. It's worth getting yelled at. You're probably right. Go. All right, I don't think I need these anymore. All right, let's stand this baby up. Just hasn't been used in like 3 years. I mean, you could try and send it to me. I mean, see what happens. All right, let's switch you guys over as well. Why do Asus motherboards come with dongles instead of bunny ears? Out of all 4 gaming PCs in my house, only mine has bunny ears. It's also the most powerful. Are you talking about for the Wi-Fi? Couldn't tell you. I mean, they're not the only ones that do that. Gigabyte does it too. And I think most higher end boards now have the like dual, or like have like both antennas in a single thing rather than the old school bunny ears. 7900 XTX 24 gigs, let's go. I had that for a while too. Okay, let's work on our cables that are in here already. Put these back so I don't lose them or forget where they go. Bunny ears are obviously superior. I'm not sure that's true. Okay. All right, HD audio. Boom. HD audio is always number 1. Why? Nobody knows, but it is. Whew, it's a tight fit. Jeez. Knock over my water bottle there. All right, let's get our USB 3 in here. Or a USB-C, I should say, not USB 3. Okay, USB-C, USB 3. Okay, and we've got our front panel connector. And then out here right next to these guys. Okay. And we've got this guy, which is controlling all of the built-in case fans. Okay, got that. Don't think those fans that we're using for the CPU cooler have a 3-to-1, so let's install that real quick. CPU fan, like that. Okay, all this stuff is plugged in. The only thing in here that's not plugged in now are these two SATA power cables, but we can't plug those in yet. Some nice little cable ties that come with the case. I like it. I think we'll like zip tie those up there like that. Keep it all nice and tight. Remember, cable management starts when the build starts, and you'll be much happier. I've been running Ghost Spectre Windows 11. It's awesome without Microsoft bloat. Yeah, I've been just using the Windows debloater tool to get rid of all the bloat, but that's also a good option. Thanks for answering. Game on a budget, 10600K with a 1660 Super. Nice. Would you say the B850 is good enough for the CPU-GPU combo you're doing, and if I build similar, skip the expensive X series? I mean, this is like a really high-end build. I don't know that I would put a B580 with this just because it's super expensive overall. Or I mean, not super expensive, but it's a high-end build. But if you went with like a 7500F and a B850, I think you would be really happy with something like that. Let's build PCs for folks on the side. Most people don't want to spend the money. That's true. $600 to upgrade. You've got a 5600 and a 3070. Maybe like a 5700X 3D, and then whatever you can afford for a good, maybe a used GPU, like a used 40 series or something in there. The 3070 is still pretty good, but you would be able to get more out of just swapping for a better CPU, like the 5700X 3D, and then a better GPU. Because $600 is a little tight to try and do everything. But the other option, I mean, I like Vine's idea too, where like if you go jump up to like AM5, you get like a budget AM5, you know, CPU, RAM, motherboard combo, and then you're still set pretty well, and you could upgrade your GPU down the line. That's also a good option. I like that. I'm gonna steal that one. I said that first. All right. Okay, everything here is plugged in. Let's get some power cables in here. This is gonna be a pretty quick build, even though it is a high-end, like kind of expensive build. Having all those pre-installed fans makes it much, much easier. Yo, what up, Fadeaway? How we doing? So this supposedly has white cables, so hopefully that is true. I'm doing good, man. Late night start to the build, but we should be tearing through this. I think we'll be done in like an hour, like from start to finish. I think we can do this in an hour. Good, white cables. Hooray! Whew! That smells like new electronics, that's for sure. 7800X 3D with a B650. Nice. All right, CPU power cable. I want that. We don't need PC power. We are going to need SATA. It's another CPU power, we need that. GPU power, we need that. Motherboard power, we need that. Don't need the rest of this. The rest of this can go back in the bag. Okay. There's some unlocked features when you go with the X series chipset. Like especially for the X3D CPUs. And just overall, it's a better performing chipset. I don't know how much, like I couldn't really tell you in terms of performance how much better it would be, but it realistically should be a little bit better. And then it'll have more PCIe lanes. Like if you have, you know, really fast storage or you have a bunch of drives, you'll have more lanes for that and more options for like placing those on your motherboard. Like you'll have more slots. But for the average person, you're probably not going to notice any difference. Hence the reason why we're using a B850 board here, because it's still a good quality board. I think we'll end up doing is zip tie those guys up there. I like the feel of these power cables. They've got like a nice, the coating on them just feels good in your hands, you know? Okay, got our CPU power cables all routed up. Looking nice and clean there. I'm gonna plug in these SATA power cables before they get buried. Ever heard of rip tweaks? I have not. Oh, on the red side, let's go fadeaway. What's easier to build with in AIO? Oh, air cooler, 100%. It's way easier to build with. So much faster. Yeah, air coolers are way easier to build with. That's for sure. Remember, cable management, got to be doing it the entire build. Might feel like it's taking a little bit longer, but you're gonna be way happier with the result at the end. That's for sure. Okay, there we go. That's all routed and managed. The Montech King 95 Pro Batata. Cable management, cable management, cable management. I think I'll go air cooler. It is definitely cheaper too. You just got to make sure that you get one appropriately sized for your CPU, so it'll definitely keep your CPU cool. You know, that's the biggest thing. Probably updating my RAM tomorrow, 32 to 64. Nice. Very subjective, but I like the look of the air coolers. I like the look of air coolers too. It kind of depends on the build. Like I think on a stealth build, air cooler I think looks a little bit better. But on like when you have lots of RGB, I'd rather have an AIO. You think AIOs are easier to build with? I'm not saying they're better to use. I'm saying easier to build with. Air coolers are so much faster. So much faster. All right, that's all in there. Good to go there. Let's get our power supply in here. Does that have it does look like it has plastic on it. Check out the Arctic Freezer 36. I haven't used an Arctic freezer in a long time for the air coolers. I really like using Thermalright for air coolers, or sometimes Be Quiet. Steampunk kind of look with the heat pipes. Yeah. Do I do mini ITX builds? Not very often. I've done a couple, but not that many people ask for them, from me at least. I built one in the last like 6 months. Come on. Go. There's all that in there, looking nice and clean. Wish I could build a PC like that. Yeah. Been playing Delta Force a lot lately. In your opinion, best price performance GPU? It depends on how high end you're going. If you're going like mid to upper tier, the 9070 XT seems like the best price to performance right now. On the budget stuff, I don't really have a good answer for you yet. I'm in the middle of filming a video to test that exact question. So hopefully in the next week or so, I'll have a good answer for you. All right, all that stuff's installed. Got our GPU power cable there. Let's run this guy. Okay. All right, let's get our CPU cooler in here. Those are almost the same price there? Oh, really? Because you can get a 9070 XT here for like 800 bucks, and a 5070 Ti is like over 900. So it's a pretty significant difference here in the US, at least right now. For a while, you could get a 9070 XT for like 750 bucks. I don't know if there's too many of those still around before the tariffs hit. Yeah, $900 for a 70 series is kind of crazy. So as a reminder, we're taking off all of these Thermalright pre-installed fans, and we're putting in matching Montech fans to the case, per the customer's request. Your son paid $816. Yeah, see, that's not bad. i5 with an AMD 680. How is it for gaming? Yeah, not very good. Ah, let's top that. All white, Sir Rat. How we doing? What do you think about pairing the 9800 X3 with a 3060 Ti until the 5080 Ti drops? I mean, I guess you could. The 3060 Ti is really gonna bog down that CPU, but if that's what you got, that's what you got. I don't know how soon the 5080 Ti is planned, because I mean, the 5080 just came out. Like, it's only been a couple months since the 5080 came out. All right. Pull these guys off here. Let's get our new fans, the Montech AX 120s. Just finished it in this case yourself? Nice. Micro Center has some SteelSeries 9070 XTs for 700 bucks. Oh, really? I wish I could buy things from Micro Center, but none of them exist around me. Oh yeah, super. What up, Stacks? How we doing? It's good to see you, dude. All right. So we're gonna put this way. So I want these guys to face that way. Realize your 8700K was bottleneck my GPU a ton. Gotcha. Yeah, you'll definitely see the difference, that's for sure. Air coolers are great. I mean, I pretty much only use them exclusively in like more budget-friendly builds nowadays because there's plenty of AIO options for reasonable prices. Like this AIO with an LCD screen is only $82. But, okay. These bolts look like they're exactly the same length, so we don't need to use them. This comes with a hub, but we also don't need that. We don't need those bolts either. Cool. Use the new Lee & Lee L-shaped power supply. Isn't that thing super cool? That new power supply that they have is really sweet. MSI Center, yeah. There are worse ones out there, but MSI Center is, I mean, all of the built-in motherboard apps are kind of a pain. Yo, what up? How we doing, Vamp? It's good to see you. AMD or Nvidia? I mean, my favorite is in AMD. I haven't used their new cards at all, though, really. Like, I've built a PC with one, but I haven't used them personally at all. And if I want to use it in my personal gaming PC, if I wanted to, even if I just wanted to test it out, I would have to water cool it, so it's not really worth the effort. Do AIOs need to replace some case fans? Most of them just have a space for it. There's not many cases that actually come with every single fan slot pre-installed. So usually you just have an empty slot for it. My brother didn't understand why I didn't use a control for the fans until he saw it was built into the power supply. Isn't that cool, man? And they did it the same thing for the USB hub too. It's really sweet. How much profit do you normally make for PCs? Roughly 20% before like overhead and stuff. Assuming they don't use a a creator code for a discount. But I also have like my tax exemption things and stuff so that I don't have to pay taxes, and I have a deal with a shipping service so I don't have to pay super expensive shipping. So yeah, I've done a few things to help keep my costs down so that I can pass that on to customers. Your 1060 mobile's putting out 70 FPS in CS2. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you guys can ask about it, it's fine. I'm not making a fortune, if that's what you're asking. I make enough to keep my business afloat right now. The number of PCs I'm building. Because I rent this office space too, so that eats into my, you know, effective profit. Intel's new Ultra lineups, meh. For gaming, meh. I don't even offer them right now. Like they're not any better than, they're not even better than the old Intels for gaming, unless they've magically made some updates that fixes that. They're definitely not better than AMD. The one thing they have going for them is they have a ton of cores, so if you're doing workstation stuff with them, that's nice. I use ShipStation. So you pay like a monthly fee to utilize their stuff and get pretty nice discounts on shipping costs. So my director at like my day job actually will hit me up occasionally if he needs to ship something because he knows I get it for super cheap. Go. That is all done. I can even put this guy back on here. Is that the right direction? Nope. That's the right direction. Okay. So we got all that. Okay, so all these RGB connectors, we can just run these right to this RGB hub in here that came with the case. Should be an RGB cable that comes out of this guy somewhere, right? I don't remember seeing it. Did I plug it in? Should be this guy here. Did I plug any RGB in here? No. Where's the RGB out connector for this hub? Gonna have to find that in a second. Okay. So this is our power cables, right? Oh wait, here it is. I found it. Push that through to the front of the case. Let's push it over to this side if I can. Here we go, got that. AIO coolers are for peasants? Pfft, air coolers are for peasants these days. What's going on, man? Hope everything's going well. It's going well, dude. Have you had customers watch you build their PCs? Yes, I have. You use Pitney Ship for a lot of your shipping. Oh, okay. No, yeah, it's a ratcheting screwdriver. So you have a switch here for like loosening. And you switch the other way for tightening, and then it's got some bits inside. It's the Linus Tech Tip screwdriver, actually. Okay. So, actually, I wonder, is there a spot up here? Yes. I'm gonna do something real quick with a zip tie. Pull those fan cables up. Okay, let's do this. Beautiful. That looks great. Oh wait. That won't fit through. Crap. I need to do it the other way. Oh, this guy fits through. Ooh, that one does fit through. Okay. So I'm just doing this so that you can't see these fan cables for the AIO inside the case at all. Nobody wants to see that. Beautiful. Completely hidden. Okay, now we can put this back on. Okay, got all that on there. Everything Everything going back here. So let's get these CPU power cables, or CPU fan cables plugged in. Okay. Gonna kind of gently pull these guys tight down here. Okay, just like that. Okay, there's all that. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get our AIO pump on there. We don't actually need these. Get those out of the way. Ooh, arcade cabinets, that's pretty cool. I actually had a company reach out to me recently asking me if I could fix one of their PCs for their arcade cabinets. To answer questions about upgrades, I wonder if I should upgrade my CPU or GPU. Yeah, I can answer questions about upgrades. Totally can. Oop. Almost knocked my light off. Over here. Okay. How much would a PC like this cost? I think this one was near $3,000. Obviously, it's highly dependent on, you know, what components we put inside, like the CPU and GPU. Like just part cost for the CPU and GPU on this, you're at almost $1,500. Is the RTX 3060 Ti and 5600G good for streaming and gaming? No, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to stream and game off that very well. It just doesn't have enough cores and that CPU is definitely going to struggle if you're gaming and trying to game and stream on it. Six cores for gaming and streaming just isn't enough anymore. Man, this stuff always gets all over my gloves. Okay. Because you're a true peasant. You have a budget build, 13400F with a 4060. I would probably upgrade your GPU first, to be honest. I know it's not the best CPU ever, but it should be capable of handling a faster GPU than that. A more powerful GPU. Okay, got that. Run this back to the back case and back out. We'll plug it into our AIO header like so. Stuff that down in there for now. Keep that tight. And then I want the USB connector here. .3080s are good. I would either go with a 40 series or 50 series personally. I mean, $1,000 budget, you can get, you know, you could get like a 40 or 5070 Ti with that budget. Okay, it's all nice and tight in there. Okay, that USB is connected. Pull that guy off for the screen. And now all we really need to do is plug in our GPU. So we got that out there. Let's get our GPU out. It's the Thermalright Warframe. Super clean cable management, thank you. If you have a 2070 Super and a 5800X, upgrade the CPU first. There's not much of an upgrade path for the CPU unless you do CPU, RAM, and motherboard. So you might be better off upgrading the GPU first. Or if you have the cash, you could do the full like CPU, GPU, and motherboard all at once. Okay. And this GPU comes with its own built-in bracket, support bracket. So we gotta assemble that. Yeah. Don't need that. Looks like you need a new computer. Yeah, exactly. Because like AM4 doesn't have a further upgrade path, and AM5 all requires DDR5, and it's a new socket, so you need a new motherboard. So, yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of where you're at. Okay, and then I want to make sure I do this guy right. So it goes, this guy goes in here, like so. And this guy is gonna get bolted through here, like this. I think this is upside down, maybe? No? And this definitely seems like it needs to go this way. So I guess this... because this needs to go in like that. Okay. Okay, grab this. I need 3 ports for this guy. 3 slots, I guess, I mean. I mean, G-Skill, Team Group, those are the ones I usually prefer. If you can find a good price for like Patriot Viper, that's also good quality stuff. Crucial is good too. Crucial and Team Group are made by the same people. Come on. There we go. There we go. All that plastic off. I need 3 of these guys out of here. Okay. There's that. Pull that guy off. Make sure that's open. We are ready to rock. Might pull these guys out. There we go. GPU in. Okay, let's cover our ports back up. GTX 1650 in 2025. I hope you're able to upgrade too, man. Yeah, it's an expensive hobby. Yeah, this is a huge GPU. The Gigabyte Aeros are like some of the largest GPU models known to man right now. They're crazy huge. All right, I just need to pull this off for a hot second, so that I can run this guy up to the GPU. PC looks clean. Thank you, Kiramex. Yeah, it's huge. This thing is massive. Just gonna lift that up to the point where it's nice and level. There we go. That nice and tight. That GPU is not going anywhere now. Get our GPU power cable in here. There we go. Use one of these fancy Montech cable ties they gave us. There we go. Nice and clean on the cable management, I think. Never to be seen again. All right. Put this glass panel back on. And there it is, folks. What do we think? Boom. PC done. 1 hour and 10 minutes. Look at that. You can have one like it if you pay for one. This is pre-sold. Building the 9800X 3D with a 9070. Nice. That's a great build. And white. Let's go. Yeah, 5 stars. This one I think was roughly 3,000. You made your own PC? Nice. Well, people will come in asking for free PCs all the time when I'm building, so sorry if I took you seriously. All right. Okay, so I need to see everybody's absolute favorite emoji in the chat before we can turn this thing on. These AIOs are really good. Like, I know that they seem too good to be true for the price, but I've built multiple PCs with like pretty high-end CPUs and they work really well. Thermalright is just absolutely killing it when it comes to budget-friendly, quality CPU coolers. Got the fish emoji, Mark coming in with the fire. You can put in the brand, and then if you have any like specific components you want, just put it into the comment section, Snake, on the forum, and I read all of it. Don't feel bad, I just upgraded from a 970. That's how long it's been. It's a pretty serious upgrade there. All right, we're gonna bring down the lights just a little bit so that this PC can really, really shine. Alrighty. Let's see those emojis, chat. Lunar with the fire, love it. ASP, aspect, love that. Great. Lunar, oh, I love those too. Those are fun. All right, y'all. So, RTX 5070 Ti, AMD Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. We got 32 gigs of RAM. Got a terabyte of storage. Got this all-white build with the Montech King 95 Pro with matching fans on the AIO. Got the Thermalright AIO with the Warframe LCD, and Asus ROG Strix B850 motherboard. It's pretty sweet, right? First ever power on, here we go. Pretty sexy looking. Saw it on Amazon. I don't know if it's good, man. It is a good AIO. Practically shines. I know, it's so cool. All those beautiful matching fans. I love that Montech has all these pre-installed fans. It's so good. 970 to then to 7900 XTX. Oh my God, that's a huge difference. Hi, babe. What up, Turkey Joe? It's a 5070 Ti. Yeah, dude, that'll light up your room. You don't need a night light. You got this thing. And it posted. You can see the white and green light there. Sexy, that's right, Mark. That is right. The pretty lights. I know, it was a quick build. We did it in just over an hour. Having all the pre-installed fans makes this go so much faster. So much faster. It's crazy how much faster it goes. You ever seen fans like this before? Or the ones over there? It's definitely the style of case. Like the old style of case where they had fans in the front with a mesh instead of glass. They never used to have fans back there, but with the new like wraparound glass stuff, you kind of have to have fans over there. The cool thing is these pre-installed fans, like the bottom ones and the side ones, are actually reverse blade fans, so they look really good. If someone wanted to burn their eyes, well, just go all blue, bright blue or white. That's probably what I'll set it to before I ship it out, so I can take pictures of it. You like your blackout builds? Hey, blackout builds look great. I've built a few too. I really enjoy them. Love the lighting. Thank you, Dash Meat. And I'm dead. Hey, thank you, Fadeaway. All right, y'all. That's it. We did it. We built a super sexy all-white RTX 5070 Ti PC in just over an hour. Not too shabby, huh? Not too shabby. The case is the Montech King 95 Pro. If you look at the details of the video, Dash Meat, you'll see the full spec list. Imagine all that just for Minecraft. Now install the OS on stream. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Why is the 5090 expensive? Why is anything expensive? Tariffs, inflation. It's not much more than the 4090 was. Greed, that's fair. Upgrading my PC soon. I have 7600 with the 3060. That's still not a bad build, honestly. If you just upgraded your GPU, I think you'd be really happy. All right, y'all. That is it for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting and making it fun. So I didn't have to sit here and talk to myself because it's kind of frowned upon. So I'm glad to have you all here to talk to, even though I'm just staring at a camera or my monitor. I appreciate you guys being here. And yeah, come on back. We're going to have, I don't know that we'll have another build this week. We've got some stuff going on Friday, so I don't think I'm going to have time to build the next PC this week. But I do have another one in the queue, ready to go. But it might not be until Monday. So stay tuned. And yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you know when new videos and new live streams drop. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Okay, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Hey, thank you, Lunar. We'll see you on the next one, bud. Aspect. Oh, you're killing me. Killing me, Aspect. Core 9 5094 terabyte. Lols. All right, y'all. We're out. It's done. I'm going to start ending streams.